The Jere-Mes are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Jere-Me insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree in his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for Jere-Mes, which I mention only so the Jere-Mes out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool Jere-Me? Also, there's a degree on my wall.
It's Jere-Me, but not two Jere-Mes, cause it's three Jere-Mes. It's Jere-Me, hey Jere-Me, do you wanna just say, hey I wanna, just say, hey I wanna.
Welcome to my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me, an advice show for the modern Jere-Me. I'm your oldest Jere-Me, Jere-Me.
I'm your middlest Jere-Me, the sweet creamy center, Jere-Me.
And I'm your sweet baby Jere-Me, 30 media luminary Jere-Me. I said that correctly.
Jere-Me over here is 30 whole Jere-Mes worth of Jere-Me.
30 under 30 Jere-Me luminary Jere-Me.
God, so today's Jere-Me Day.
It is Jere-Me Day. I've been
Jere-Me
looking
Day.
forward to this since last Jere-Me Day.
Has it actually been a year since we last convened the Council of Jere-Me?
It doesn't feel like it because I'm still finding Jere-Mes around the house that I need to like clean out. Which
Those little Jere-Mes they stick in little corners and little spots.
I still have balloons and streamers up.
it doesn't help that that there's more coming now that it's Jere-Me Day once more.
Mm-hmm.
They're just crawling in your windows.
Yeah, they keep eating my toothpaste.
The minty
when
fresh
Jere-Me's
breath
in your
of Jere-Me's.
toothpaste.
You know, the average person swallows 8 Jere-Mes in a year.
That's not true. Jeremy Jorg.
How would you know?
He swallows 100 Jere-Mes.
All right, that's
So
a
we really
swallow
swallow about 7 a year, I think.
My Jere-Me, and Jere-Me is a show where we take your questions and turn them alchemy-like into Jere-Me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That's actually how a lot of Jere-Mes come about. Is there's advice shows all around the world for Jere-Mes, and it turns questions into new Jere-Mes, and then they go into your house and steal your toothpaste.
You take a question, you twist it, roll it into a ball, and you got a Jere-Me. Hide your toothpaste.
I did good too. They know the spots.
They get feisty once they're angry. They
Jere-Me's-
get feisty once the toothpaste is out.
Jere-Mes are
Don't
born
feed
with-
Jere-Me after midnight.
Don't feed Jere-Me after midnight.
Jere-Mes are born with an innate sense of where toothpaste is normally supposed to go.
Did you say toothpaste? I think you said toothpaste.
We have more than one tooth, Jere-Me.
Jeremys are born,
What are you
but
talking
they
about?
never die.
I have a tube for each tooth. What are you talking about?
You're right.
You have to be.
I'm still wearing that single tube kind of situation. I gotta upgrade to multi-tube paste.
I see. Well, why don't we celebrate this Jere-Me Day by rolling out some advice questions?
And some
I would
blunt-
love to.
Are you
some
sure?
blunt hard truth is what I was talking about.
Please, I cannot wait to help the good people with their questions.
The good Jere-Mes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
All
good Jere-Me with their
Jere-Me
Jere-Me questions on Jere-Me Day?
Yeah, for Jere-Mes.
All right, this first question is from Jere-Me the Elated. Dear Jere-Me, the elevator in my dorm is a little weird in that you have to really jam on the button for it to go. Sometimes when I'm getting home from class, I don't realize I didn't activate it and I stand there on my phone for a minute after the door closes. What's a good contingency plan for when someone else gets in the elevator and it's super obvious to them that I didn't realize it was moving?
This is a really good question.
This is a good question.
What do you do when you're in an elevator and you forgot to hit the button and then someone else opens up the elevator door and gets on the elevator with you?
Is that where you walk out thinking like you've hit your floor, but then you realize it's not, so you like backtrack in and it gets even more weird?
No, it's much weirder from the get-go.
Yeah.
Here's what I do whenever I'm in this situation. I'm standing in the elevator. It's
Right.
been approximately 15 minutes, and I haven't noticed that I wasn't moving at all. And then someone else opens the door and comes in the elevator, and I roll my eyes back into my head, and I say, "Going up."
What I say is, I just sort of smile at them. It's kind of an uncomfortable smile, though. Not for me, but for them. And I say, I've been expecting you. Come in, Jere-Me.
I'm sorry.
Going up.
I guess I hear that like weird moist noise, like the eyes just rolling back, just like going up, going up.
So I guess channel your inner demons, and you should be fine.
Yeah. Honestly, that's probably the best solution you can go with that. You know, if it's gonna happen, own it. Make them feel weird.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. You immediately do something that turns the awkwardness back on them.
Yeah.
I mean, what you've described isn't necessarily turning the awkwardness back on them. It's making them afraid for their lives, is what you're suggesting.
Exactly. I'm afraid for my life when they walk in, so they should be afraid for their lives as they run out.
And it's weird. It's weird to them because they don't understand. It's something different to them. They're embarrassed now that they're not ready for a situation like this.
Whenever I see a fucking demon in the elevator, I'm just so embarrassed, you know? Oh, I'm sorry I intruded.
All right, we got another question. Dear Jere-Me, recently when I went to the subway, my friends judged me for not getting a bag of chips with my sandwich. Is it a crime against nature to not eat chips with a Subway brand sandwich? Or are my friends trying to enforce some weird ritualistic practice on my Subway feasting? Jere-Me the Hungry. I think it is a crime, personally.
It is a crime.
It is a crime.
Now, is it on the books?
I don't think it's a crime.
No, it is a crime.
I think you might be trying to force some weird ritualistic practice on my Subway feasting.
I think it's time to bury you in the backyard.
I think that you too and all of Jere-Me the Hungry's friends are part of a Subway murder cult that always eats chips.
Some crimes are punished with death.
Here's the problem. What is the only good part about chips? That's right, it's the texture. You need that crunch. And I understand that, but it just so happens that Subway already has the crunch. It's called lettuce, and you can put it
on the sandwich.
Your sandwich.
Okay, two things.
No, it doesn't. Lettuce belongs on all the sandwiches.
All right, what if you get a meatball parm?
Put lettuce on it. Crunch.
The second thing, you can have more crunch. Here's my philosophy when I have a Subway, or as we call it here, the Spubby. I put my chips on the spub. On the sub. I didn't mean to say spub there, actually. You put it on there, you get additional crunch, additional munch.
Wait. You put... Where?
I'm sorry, are you a coward?
Where? What do you do?
Are you weak in the knees?
Please explain it again. What do you do? What with the sandwich?
You put the chip on the sand.
You put...
Insert.
Oh, my bean. Oh,
Is your bean okay?
oh, my bean. Oh, you freaked my bean.
Jere-Me, Jere-Me, you really gotta be aware of what you say sometimes, because you may freak a bean or two.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Next question. Hey, do you want a Yahoo?
Hey, you really did a 180 right there.
Do you want a Yahoo?
Hey, next, do you want a Yahoo? Sure, I'll take a Yahoo.
Perfect. I've got a Yahoo. And it's this one that I've just chosen. This one was sent in by... Oh, shoot. Who sent this one in? Sent in by Anonymous. That's a lie. This is a Yahoo sent in by Critical Duration. Thank you, Critical Duration. It's by Yahoo Answers user... Sorry, something's gone wrong. We're going to call them Jere-Me.
That's a pretty good name.
And Jere-Me asks, what does this dream mean? I saw myself in my dream. The other me was just staring at me. What does this mean?
When was this question asked?
It just doesn't say. I think Yahoo Answers had like a redesign recently because there is zero information that I can access.
Okay, because depending
Yahoo
on how
just
long
doesn't
ago
function
it was,
anymore.
Depending on how long ago it was, I'm pretty sure they're a goner now. I'm pretty sure they might have died unless it was today.
Yeah.
In which case, run is my only advice I can give.
Listen,
Never
there's
sleep
two
again.
things. One, it's a mirror. Two, you're already dead.
You just walked into a mirror
Yeah.
and you were so tired you thought you were sleeping.
Yeah.
You died and you looked into a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Alright.
dead now.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a fairly open and shut sort of Yahoo. Do you want another one?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be open and shut. They're already dead.
Case closed.
Do you
Casket
want another
closed.
Yahoo that we might be able to chew on a little more is what I'm asking.
I want to chew on something.
Like a Yahoo?
Yeah.
Like a Yahoo?
How did you
Okay, I
know,
was
Jere-Me?
Okay. This is a Yahoo sent in from Critical Duration. Thank you, Critical Duration. This is from Yahoo Answers user Jere-Me. And Jere-Me says, there are 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. But is there a word for 60 hours?
I think it's called like 2.5 days.
Oh.
Now, I was hoping you might play with me in this space here. Is there a word for 60 hours?
Yeah, I think Jere-Me said like 2.5 days.
There's a couple words for it. It's 2.5
Play
days.
with
Yeah.
me. Play
2
with
days and
me.
an additional several hours.
Play with me.
There's no time. We're recording a podcast.
We're here to answer
Play
questions,
with
Jere-Me.
me.
I think it's time for the
Why
next
won't you
question.
Play with me. No, I want to talk about a word that maybe would be 60 hours. I'm thinking if 60
hours.
seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour, 60 hours should be called a Far Cry.
A Far Cry, one
4.
Far
60
Cry.
hours
A Far
should be
Cry
called-
4. Blood Dragon.
60 hours should be called a AAA video game.
60
Dude,
hours.
Jere-Me.
Honestly, I expected more from you too. All right, give me a question.
Dude, you know what?
I kind of dig your fun Far Cry joke. I like it. I support it. Maybe it could be like a half a Skyrim. I guess Skyrim could be like 60 Far Cries then.
Skyrim is barely worth a nickel of my time.
Is RuneScape 60 Far Cries?
RuneScape is okay. If Skyrim is 60 Far Cries, RuneScape is 60 Skyrims.
All right.
What's 60 Skyrim? What's 60 RuneScapes? Is that just life? Is that just you're dead now?
That's Minecraft, baby.
All right. Dear Jere-Me, okay, there's been a misspelling. This says the Czech E cheese rat.
Go on.
I don't know why that's really
Yes.
funny to me.
Please
Dude,
tell me about
What's
Mr.
funny
Jackie.
about it? It's the Chuck E. Cheese rat. Continue.
Dear Jere-Me, the Chuck E. Cheese rat is unappealing? Question mark.
Chuck E. Cheese rat.
I don't see the draw. He's a mascot for a popular chain of children's pizzerias. I thought that says pizzinas because there's a little doodly on my screen. A popular chain of children's pizzerias, but especially in his older designs. He's more of a chunky cheese in the face area. His mouth is misshapen. Am I missing something? I just don't get on the Chucky train, where a kid can be a kid and be terrorized by a horrible rat baby. Disclaimer, I like rats. Chucky insults me. His new design is fine but a bit bland. Thanks. Jere-Me the rat purist.
I love this question.
I like that they're kind of like... I'm into the new rebrand a little bit, though. And I forget what new Chucky looks like.
Oh, it's bad.
I'm
He
gonna-
looks
I'm
bad.
gonna look him
He
up.
looks malnourished.
He got way
He
too
looks like a
slim
sewer
way
rat.
too fast.
Oh my god, I see him. He looks like a Disney character, like a little Disney hero.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
Right,
it's really
what?
terrible. He's animated.
Was the last one not Wasn't there like cartoons back when we were little tiny Jeremy?
I
Yeah,
thought they
there's
were-
there's the skater. There's the skater Chucky.
I
But,
thought
like-
There were
that
like
Chucky
twinkles in our
was-
Jeremy's eyes.
Was a man in a suit. The Chuck E. Cheese ride is unappealing?
The current Chuck E. Cheese rat looks kind of like Chicken Little, but a mouse. or a rat.
Do not take his name in vain.
No, I
He
don't.
looks like a wholesome. He looks like he'd be the star of like a DreamWorks film. The old Chuck E. Cheese looks like he'd have like a
Over the
90s
Hedge
video game.
3.
I gotta agree. Like the new, just like from a design aspect, like the new Chucky just really isn't that appealing.
I bet you're wondering how I got here. That's Chuck. That's me. I'm Chuck.
Stop. Is the new rat more appealing than the original Chunky Cheese?
I don't.
Chuck E.
Oh my
Cheese.
lord! I don't know. Have you seen some of the old designs? They're kind of. I would say they're as bad as the current one, unless you're like looking at the mascot suit, in which case it's absolutely terrifying.
The mascot suits definitely inspired a fun horror game franchise that got really big on YouTube. For
Jeremy played
years.
it on YouTube once.
That cannot be. I just Google searched Chuck E. Cheese vintage. That cannot be what he looked like.
Show us.
No,
Oh, I
there's
just-
no way.
No.
I just looked up the new suit. It is weird. Jeremy
There
the
is
Rat Purist,
no
you
way.
are we are in the same boat as you.
The second image when you Google Chuck E.
no.
Cheese Purist does look like
Oh no.
Chucky, the evil puppet who's from a horror movie franchise.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Did you post this?
I have found this image. I'm gonna post it in this group chat. There are several problems with this image that I am posting. Click paste.
Oh,
no. Oh no. My Discord has frozen. My files are too powerful. Hold on.
Your Discord is protecting us from very bad Chuck E. Cheese energies.
It's
Oh.
absolutely true that the file is too much. No. Listen, there are two things wrong with this image. Number one, the image size. Now, you might know if you're like a tech savvy millennial, you might know like 1920 by 1080 is the resolution of most like computer monitors and TVs that are 1080p, you know. So like that's the dimensions of like a whole screen. This image is 5,332 by 4,149 pixels. This is an extremely large and detailed image of Chunk E. Cheese.
1983.
From 1983, he looks terrible. The second problem with this image, again, not really related to the content of the image, but this image was taken August 1983 in Springfield, Missouri, which is where I go to college.
Oh no!
God.
He was here.
Find you.
Chunky was here.
You
I do
live where
not-
Chunky once lived.
How
You're
dare
on
you,
sacred
Chunk, where
hollow
he
ground.
cheesed.
Listen, when we put this up, we have to like also post some of these pictures.
Here's the thing: it's Jere-Me Day, but I don't think we can post this up anymore. I think that there's a lot of chunky energy in here that we are not allowed to let loose.
That
He is missing an
gross.
eyeball.
It looks like his skin has like changed position, so like you can only see half of the eye. Like the eye is slowly like falling into the body. It's like misplaced.
You're right.
His hat says Pizza Time Theater, but from what we see, it looks like it's just one letter off from Pizza Time Threat, which is what this is. This is a Pizza Time Threat.
Oh my god. This is a
I am
cursed
so
question.
sorry.
I think we need to move forward.
I need
need-
to move forward so that I don't have any more nightmares.
God.
There, he's the
The chunky man is there.
Did we give
He's
advice
always
though?
there.
I guess it's just you're right, Jere-Me the Rat Purist.
You are right. There's
The
I
new
mean-
one is fine but bland. The rest are. Oh no.
well no, the early ones are
The early ones are
I
bad.
hate it. Oh no. Please please take me out of this.
Oh my god. Alright, next question. Hello, fellow Jere-Me. My mother, Jere-Me, is really shitty at handling money. Every month when she gets paid, she wants to spend a lot of her money eating at restaurants before her bills even come out, which usually leaves us too broke to afford a decent haul of groceries. When this happens, she relies on her much more well-off Jere-Mes to help her, which makes me a little uncomfortable. I've tried talking to her about it before, but didn't really try that hard and didn't really get anywhere with it. Should I just tough it out until I can move out, or should I try harder to help her see the ways of budgeting? Jere-Me the fiscally responsible. That is a
no
that's
bummers.
a real question.
No bummers. What?
It's a real doozy of a QZ.
Oh no, I think this one might be a bummer. Did we forgot to say no bummers?
I don't know if we said no bummers.
Oh, that means we have to answer it.
Well, listen. We're here to help Jere-Me's. Sometimes
this is a special day, you know.
This is a special day, and sometimes Jere-Me's aren't having a great time, and we need to make sure every Jere-Me is having a good time on Jere-Me.
You're right.
Behind.
You're correct. So, what do you do?
What do you do when your Jere-Me goes to other Jere-Me's for help?
Well, you see,
should be.
This is. I have an alternate route we can go with this.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it is Jere-Me Day, so what I want to. The idea I want to lay on you is if you have an abundance of toothpaste, it should be. You should apply it to the insides of your Jere-Me's, your mother Jere-Me's pants pockets. It can be the legs, like just the Jere-Me's will come and they will feast.
You pranks my dad.
I think that is what you need to do. You need to prank your dad.
So what you should do is fill your mom's pants with toothpaste. Did that help? Did we help?
I don't know. I think we still need to explore a few more things.
Yeah, if toothpaste doesn't work, we could try like ketchup or something.
Oh, here's what you can do. The problem isn't convincing your mother to spend less money at restaurants. The problem is not educating your mother on economics. You can bypass the whole intellectual angle and just go straight for emotion. Next month, as soon as she gets paid, the first restaurant you take her to is Chunky Cheese.
That'll scare her
She'll
away
go
from
there
ever
and
leaving
she'll
the
be
house.
so afraid. She will be sore afraid. And she won't go to any more restaurants because what if the cheese man is there?
Okay, you want to go Olive Garden?
No,
I can't. The cheese man could be there. It could be his day off. He could be there eating there. He could see me.
I just want to back wheel pretty quick, or backpedal. But when you said go to a restaurant, I thought you were gonna say you just need to go for the throat.
Well, don't do that.
I mean, why not?
I'm not suggesting that you kill your mother. I'm just saying take her to Chuck E. Cheese and look the other way.
No, this. I feel like I think we definitely should show that picture of the chunky man to let this Jere-Me know what he's getting into.
Chunky Cheese is in the show notes.
The thing is, that could backfire, because what if Chunky Cheese targets our Jere-Me, our listener Jere-Me, our fiscally responsible Jere-Me?
That's why the fiscally responsible Jere-Me needs to know what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for the eye.
That's its weak point.
Whatever you do,
true.
Jere-Me, the fiscally responsible, I hope you find a solution. And I hope...
Be responsible.
Well, this Jere-Me is responsible.
That's true.
But on an honest note, you could try to help her see her ways of budgeting, but I get the feeling that this Jere-Me's mother might be a little stubborn.
You hate to
It's
see
hard to
Jeremy
say.
set in their ways.
Yeah.
You know, while this Jere-Me takes their mother to Chuck E. Cheese,
Chunky cheese.
Chunky Cheese, why don't I take you to the Money Zone?
Give us
Jere-Me
that
Zone?
money
Did
zone.
is it did we say Jere-Me Zone? Oh, it's Money Zone.
Moneramy zone. It's the Moneramy zone.
That's good.
It
That's
is.
what we
Thank
call
you.
it every single time.
It is. Remember 2 years ago when we called it the Moneramy?
Yeah, did we call it that 2 years ago?
We did
call it that 2
years
of
ago.
My Jere-Me and Jere-Me.
Check out that episode from
Yeah,
2
it's
years
really
ago.
good.
It's out there somewhere.
You'll
I
find
promise you.
it. It'll
it's
find you,
there.
actually.
I want to talk to you about Nature Box. I don't want to talk to you about Nature Box, except to say that I got some snacks from them, and then I didn't get some snacks for a while, and I was like, I don't think I need Nature Box anymore, and it's a lot more difficult than you might think to stop buying Nature Box. No, our sponsor for this episode is Luminous Studios.
Luminous Hootios?
No, Luminous Studios.
Oh, it was the W and the... I get those mixed up sometimes.
Luminous Studios?
Yeah, Luminous Studios.
Luminous...
What is
Studios.
Luminous Studios?
Luminous Studios.
Luminous Studios.
Was that a good
brought to
Jere-Me
you by-
impression you were doing?
That's my podcast impression. It sounds like podcast.
Smells like podcast.
This show is brought to you by Luminous Studios. You know, it sounds like podcast.
Yeah, that's that fresh podcast scent. I mean, sounds. I mean, both of them, really.
Luminous Studios is a sort of podcast network collective. Luminous Studios is a family.
It's
We
where
are all related by blood, and every one of us is named Jere-Me. And we make podcasts for you to listen to. For example, we do have Jere-Me, and Jere-Me on Luminous Studios, and that's really important because it is the best podcast ever.
I'm pretty sure.
I
It's
think
up there.
we invented podcasting.
we
I
did.
think, yeah, there weren't any podcasts before we did episode 1.
We also have
1 year
other
ago.
episodes like Critical Jere-Me. We got
Critical Jere-Me.
We got Awful Jere-Me's.
We have the Curtain Jere-Me.
This Jere-Me is bad.
We got Jeremy Cast Jere-Me.
We got Jere-Me Shames.
Jere-Me
We can cover
ends.
all your Jere-Me needs.
The
This
Curtain
is,
Jere-Me.
If you are Jere-Me, which you are, especially today, this is your place to go.
Yeah, we have
This is
all of the
our
Jere-Me
collective
content.
home.
And you can listen to them all at Apple Podcasts or wherever you find your podcasts or at thepodcast.zone, which is the best URL anyone has ever come up with.
Sometimes I'll look under my bed and go, ooh, I found a podcast. And it's from Luminous Studios. That's right.
We do have enough content to supply you infinitely. So do not worry, you will not run out.
Yes, if you listen to our shows forever until you die, but with repeats, listen to a couple of episodes twice.
What?
We don't actually have an infinite number of podcasts, Jere-Me. We only have we have a couple. We don't have a full.
I thought
We don't have an infinite number of podcasts on the network.
I think we did something bad to Jere-Me.
Do you want to do some Jerobotron shoutouts? I got a couple Jerobotron shoutouts.
tell me about them.
40 Jeremy's says, "Hey lads, love your show. Haha. I love your jokes on the show, like the 8-foot." This is Mickey the Jere-Me the mouse.
Jeremy the Mouse.
I love your jokes on the show, like 8-foot vertical leap or the extreme restraint song. Heart, heart, heart. Yeah, those were really good jokes. I'm glad we did on the show.
Yeah, we're so good at jokes. If that was 40 Jeremy saying that, do you think we should have all read it at the same time to sort of simulate multiple Jeremys?
The thing
talking
is,
at once?
we'd have to like re-record that and like layer it over multiple times.
No, I think we can just break off a piece of it.
Yeah, just grab a lump of Jeremy's and start reading.
I feel like that would be
I think we should
disrespectful for the collective, though.
We should just try, I think.
I like this idea. What are you sure,
All right.
Jeremy? Are you sure you don't want to do it?
No, let's do it.
All right.
Hey,
lads.
Love your
Love
show.
your
Ha,
show.
ha. Why are you talking so slow?
So that you
I
can
lo-
speak with me at the same time. I
love
love your jokes on the show. Like
the
the 8-foot vertical leap. Or the extreme restraints song. Heart.
I swear to God, you were progressively getting slower as we were reading.
Say that to the judge. Next, we have another Gerbotron.
Give us the next
We
Gerbo.
got a couple gerbos.
We got 2 more left on the list.
One for each.
One for each. Jerry. What is a Jerry?
What the fuck's a Jerry?
We don't say that here. I apologize. Censor that out in post. Jeremy the Malevolent says, I would like to give a shout out to Ronald Reagan's ghost, and I encourage listeners to dig him up and shoot him again. Who is Ronald Reagan?
That does not sound like a real person. That's not a real
It
name.
doesn't.
I don't buy that.
He sounds like a dick.
It does. It does sound like something that you would name a Willie.
The combination of sounds I'm hearing does make me feel sad a little bit.
Ronald Reagan.
No, don't like that. No, not a fan of those sounds.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but it definitely sounds like
A real Jerry.
well, I mean, he's dead, which is good, and sounds like someone you might want to take a visit to his grave. I hear it's a gender-neutral bathroom. That's what they say. Ronald Reagan's grave is a gender-neutral bathroom.
Do they say that?
They do.
Oh.
And final Gerbotron. This is from Jere-Me the Lover. Ooh. Lover. Lover Jere-Me. Jere-Me the Lover says... This Gerbotron is from Jere-Me the Lover, and it's for Jere-Me the Loved. Jere-Me the Loved.
I love it.
Sorry, I'm just not very familiar with this word. I don't really know. Loved?
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
don't know.
I think it's pronounced loaved.
Okay, yeah, that
Like
makes
a loaf?
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like a loaf.
Jere-Me the
but with
Lover
a V.
says, "Hey, my dude, just want to let you know that I love you 500 million pounds.
That's a lot
That's
of
a
pounds.
lot. I love you that big. Yeah. Also, we should play Silent Hill 2 more. I want to point out, this is me. This is Jere-Me now, and not Jere-Me the Lover. Mm-hmm. All of the stuttering in there was part of the message.
It was,
and I hope I delivered that accurately so that Jere-Me the Loathed can get the full weight of this message. Thank you very much, Jere-Me the Lover, for the Gerbotron.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
No, I do like hills that are silent. To think that there's a second one, a more advanced format of a quiet hill. That's
I prefer
impressive.
loud ones.
And you know what? I would...
No? Okay.
All right, Jere-Me. You want to bring it back in with a Yahoo?
Yeah, why not?
Jere-Me, are you okay? Jere-Me.
Give us a Yahoo.
Okay.
You want to talk about it first?
No.
You
All
sure?
right.
Waha!
Video games. What are they, really? No one knows for sure, but if there's one thing we do know, it's that they're here to stay, and their influence is spreading. Hi, my name is Cole, and I co-host an exciting new podcast on the Luminous Studios podcast network. It's the first of its kind, a podcast dedicated to breaking down and understanding these crazy little guys we call video games. Join me and Shoff every day for brand new episodes of our podcast, Video Games, only on Luminous Studios.
Here, this Yahoo will certainly heal and invigorate you, I think. This Yahoo is sent in by Critical Duration. We need to come up with a name for Critical Duration. Level 9000 Critical Duration? Does that work? Thank you, Critical Duration.
It's perfect, I think. I think it's perfect.
This is from Yahoo Answers user Shahid. And Shahid says, do gadgets like mobile phones have healing, invigorating qualities the way precious stones have?
I think so. 'Cause like, what are phones? But like, they're made of the same material as stones. They're made of carbon.
Have you ever
carbon
iron.
stone.
Have you ever really paid
Carbon
attention to one of those tear down YouTube videos where they break a phone open and talk about what's in it and what it's made of?
It's just stones, and
They just have stones
is,
in
yeah.
there.
it's just a bunch of rocks.
The buns are rocks.
It's just a bunch of really small rocks.
It's weird how it costs so much money, because if you all you gotta do is grab some plastic, just like a phone case or something, and then put a bunch of rocks in it, and then you can call your mom and tell her, hey, I'm gonna take you to Chunky Cheese, and then
Okay, here I'm gonna try this out. I have my mobile phone gadget with me here, and I'm just going to use it the same way I use my precious stones for their healing, invigorating qualities. Oh, that's nice. Oh.
You feel better?
I feel healed and invigorated, I think. So, I think it's a definite yes. I have a couple Yahoo Answers
Real quick,
here.
I think we should share this invigoration with the Jeremy's listening.
Take your phone.
How do you propose we do that?
Your head,
If
your
you give
third
me-
eye.
Just, if you give me a hot moment, I will provide this.
Yeah, send some energies.
Everyone
Yes.
raise your hands. Give me your energy. I'm
Give
gonna
us your
destroy
energy.
Majin Buu.
I have some. I have some answers from the Yahoo community here while we're charging our energies. Keep feeding us your energies. Keep sending us your healing, invigorating qualities.
Unless you're driving, throw your hands up in the air.
Like you just don't care about
Well,
the
you
life
do
that you
care,
have in your
'cause you're-
hands when you're driving.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why when you're driving, keep your hands on the wheel. But like if you're not driving, if you're in class or something, lift your hands in the air and give us, channel some of your chakras.
Okay, here's an answer from Yahoo Answers user Mikey, just Mikey. And Mikey, just Mikey answers this question by saying, mobile phones have equally healing, invigorating qualities as precious stones have, in that they both have none at all.
Oh.
That's a little...
Mikey.
Sounds like Mikey, just Mikey's a bit of a killjoy.
I mean, that's, with a name like Mikey, you're gonna be wrong.
No, it's not. It's Mikey, just Mikey.
Right.
That's even worse.
I want to
like
say...
two Mikeys.
I want to say also, with the question, there in the description box for this question, it says, update. This is a somewhat different line of questioning the reality of our existence as it is in the present times.
Oh, guys, I think the energy's arrived.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Deliver
are you
us
ready
a
for
honey
this?
energy.
I'm so glad I've got
Are
the
you ready?
energies because I did not understand.
I'm really feeling it.
Feel that?
The energy.
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
It's like we're right there.
Is there a spirit in this house, or is it just the energy from your cell phone?
Oh, I think we've ran out of energy.
Oh, well, Looks like someone didn't raise their hands.
It does. Who would... Was it you, Jeremy?
What?
It must have been Jere-Me.
I was feeling the energies. The Jere-Me's. Why didn't we say Jere-Me's, huh?
We really should have.
You know, I feel so healed and invigorated from this experience. I think I'm gonna do another Yahoo.
Another one?
That's all right with Yahoo.
Yeah, I would love another Yahoo.
What is the world's most popular gender? This Yahoo is from Jere-Me, and it's by Yahoo Answers user Anonymous. We're gonna call them Jere-Me. What is the world's most popular gender?
I'd say Jere-Me.
There are a lot. There are a lot to consider.
There are a lot to consider.
You're right.
No, it's unfair
there are
to select
many,
one
but
as the
like,
best.
I'm thinking of all the people I know.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all Jere-Me's.
I mean, I'm a Jere-Me. You're a Jere-Me. It's...
Then who's driving the car? I was gonna consider mulling it over, but in the end, I think we all know where my heart is, where your heart is, where all the Jere-Me's hearts are, and I think it's Jere-Me. I'm pretty sure it's Jere-Me is the most popular one.
Not to discredit any others. They're all important.
Like they're all good in their own kind of special way, but we're talking like most popular by like
we are
aggregate kind of surveys. I think the last survey said
we're not
Jere-Me
biased. This is just statistics.
It's all statistics. It's all just
the numbers don't lie, and the numbers say Jere-Me. If you type them into a calculator and turn it upside down, it spells Jere-Me.
I did that in math class a lot back in like elementary school. We'd be laughing like Jere-Me's the best gender, and it was a really good time.
Yeah,
I see that. It's true.
I'm just feeling these good vibes now. I feel like I can. I'm at
They
peace.
are pretty good vibes.
I've got my phone up to my face right now, so I can really sort of channel that energy. It's on my forehead for the chakras.
I think we need to get another question in here, because these Yahoos are good, but we've got Jere-Me's to help.
We've got Jere-Me's to save.
We've got Jere-Me's to breathe new breath into the world. We need to give them. We need to give them our breaths. Breaths.
Yeah. Very good, Jere.
That's a fresh one for you lads.
All right, let's hear another question.
All right. Okay, here's a Jere-Me problem. How do you tell when you're a Jere-Me and not a Jere-You? Jere-Me the DM.
That's a really tough one.
That's a hard one.
Like, I've always thought of myself as a Jere-Me, personally. I don't know if I know a lot of Jere-Yous.
Jere-You sounds like a Pokemon.
It does.
It sounds like a move in Street Fighter.
Isn't that what the little leafy one was? The alien with the big head?
Jere-You can.
A Jere-You?
Yeah, Jere-You.
Yeah. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
That was like the Gen 2 starter?
No. There was a movie. It was the little alien-looking one with the forest.
Oh, yeah. Pokemon 4.
No, I think it was Jiruchi.
No, that was Jere-You. That was Jere-You.
That was. I think the full name. I think like the Japanese name though was Jiryuchi.
Yeah.
Which has a Jere-You in it.
I guess the way to tell if you're a Jere-Me or a Jere-You is, are you a wish-granting Pokemon that starred in one of the Pokemon movies? And if the answer is no, then chances are you're probably a Jere-Me.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty simple answer to that. Let's roll out another question. Hi, I'm a young adult. I was wondering if all you Jere-Me's have advice on making pasta sauce for my ravioli tonight. Jere-Me the Professor.
When did Jere-Me the Professor send this in? Do we know?
I can check.
Is that tonight? Are we still good?
I'm pretty sure it's tonight.
Even if it's not tonight, I think it's still useful information to have in the future.
but it's probably tonight.
Yeah. It's probably tonight.
That's good.
Well, it is Jere-Me night or Jere-Me day, and like the best way to best way to celebrate a Jere-Me day pasta sauce ravioli.
Jerioli.
Yes, the best way to celebrate this is to add a good teaspoon of toothpaste. In my opinion,
Just put the toothpaste in the ravioli.
Put the whole toothpaste container in it too. The whole plastic and everything.
Yeah. Listen, if you think about it, if you think,
Should we talk about this?
let's wait a moment. I think if you really think about it, toothpaste containers are raviolis.
You're right.
You're 100%
I'm not
correct.
going to argue with you about food classification. I think we do need to acknowledge
the Jere-Me in the room here.
we have this document where we keep all of the Jere-Me questions.
Go on.
And one of us trickster devils in this Google document with all of our questions took this question and made it hot pink and Comic Sans and very, very large.
And
While
then
we
threw
were
the
trying to
Jere-Me by
discuss
Jere-Me.
we were
And
trying to
Jere-Me logo
discuss
in
the
middle of it.
question.
It is just constantly changing, and then the font size just amped up. Meanwhile, I'm trying to like keep up with the size so I can see what the next question is, and it just keeps growing. It keeps scrolling. Lord,
Did it get smaller?
stop this.
Okay, this is a visual joke that we
This
can't
is not good
continue.
for audio, but it is now 60-point font.
It is 60 points, and it's going to stay 60-point font.
Yeah. Can we?
All right.
Did we answer the question? I guess it's just toothpaste, right? Well,
Yeah,
I guess just
make it with toothpaste.
Yeah, if you're looking for a sauce, mouthwash for this day is pretty good.
Jere-Me, you're a culinary expert. Have you been on that? Have you been on that Blue Apron? You been learning how to cook
I have been.
on that
At least for
blue
Jere-Me Day.
toothpaste, blue mouthwash apron, Listerine apron?
Hey, Jeremy's. I think we need to go back and talk about a suggestion that Jere-Me proposed earlier, and that's that. It may sound radical, but toothpaste just is a ravioli. So you could just you could just put a couple of those in like a crock pot.
Toothpaste,
And then...
toothpaste ravioli in a mouthwash broth.
just
Mouthwash sauce.
Go to your local grocery store, your Dollar Tree, and then grab some containers of toothpaste. Maybe go to your dentist and get something from there, and then plop those bad
Bring your
boys into
dentist
a
to dinner.
mouthwash broth.
Invite your dentist to dinner.
Okay, here's a problem that I'm having. I know we're having a very fun and toothpaste-centric episode, but I need to pose this question because it's haunting me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it valid ravioli to have Tide Pods in laundry sauce?
I think that's a pretty good ravioli. I think you've found yourself a groundbreaking new idea here.
All right. Don't do the toothpaste one because it will taste better, and you need to honor your Jere-Me heritage.
Right.
I just
we all
needed
came
to
from.
have some confirmation for my my worst laundry nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah, me too.
Do you want a Yahoo? Is that
I'm
what I'm
into-
feeling? Am I
I'm
feeling
into-
the energy of the room that you want a Yahoo?
Do we?
I think I kind of want a Yahoo.
I got one more for you.
Have you considered that you're wrong, Jere-Me? Have you ever?
I'm never wrong.
Yeah, I've never been wrong.
I've considered it, but then I realized pretty quickly, no, that's just not gonna happen.
This Yahoo answer is sent in by Jere-Me. Thank you, Jere-Me. It's by Yahoo Answers user Anonymous. I'm going to call them Jere-Me.
Okay.
Jere-Me says, don't delete Facebook, delete Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook?
Who's Mark Zuckerberg?
I think, comma, capital, don't delete Facebook, it's not the solution, period. Delete Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. It is the punishment of Mark Zuckerberg, space, period, or Mark Zuckerberg resignation himself. And then there's an image attached to this Yahoo Answers question, which I didn't know you could do. And the image is just of a sullen-looking... I don't know who Mark Zuckerberg is. This is a fairly sullen-looking Jere-Me Zuckerberg.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he hasn't shaved in a week or two.
Oof, tragic.
And it says, Zuckerberg apologizes for Facebook data debacle, and then in large yellow impact font, want punishment.
My favorite comment is from Hate, and it just says, okay.
Yeah, that's at the top of the list of answers. Okay.
I think what we should do, I guess, is just have Mr. Jere-Me Zuckerberg just delete his account.
I think what we should do is don't delete Facebook, delete Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook.
I
Just
think
block him and delete his account.
what we need to do as punishment is separate him and what's the word? Excommunicate him from the Jere-Me collective.
From the hive mind. That's the most tragic thing you
Yeah.
can do to a Jere-Me. Is
It is.
Jere-Me mind?
Him. Yeah.
The Jere-Mind.
Yeah, the Jere-Mind.
He'll be wandering the streets. I'm Mark, and he will be stared down upon.
What's
People
a
will
mark?
throw stones at him.
Hi, Mark.
What is
That's
a
what we'll say.
hi, Mark?
The rest of us connected to the Jere-Mind. Oh, hi, Mark.
The thing is that he's a mark because he's been marked with anti-Jere-Me.
With sin.
Yeah.
Sin, yeah.
He'll be thrown to the void, and it will swallow him, and then the void will be swallowed.
Yum.
It's the double vor.
The worst thing you can do.
It's the
Yes.
ultimate vor hole.
The worst
This
thing
is
you
not
can
what
do
this
is condemn
this is
someone
not
to
what this
double vor.
podcast is about. This isn't an episode of Jere-Me Cast Jere-Me.
Right, that's fair. That's fair, me.
Pheromones?
Next question.
Jeremones.
Jeremones.
I'm a big, thick sort of boy, and I do get a little...
Really good start.
Hearing Jere-Me say, I'm a big, thick sort of boy.
I'm a big, thick sort of boy, and I do get a little sweaty at times sometimes. That's at times... Now, my hands, though, are just 100% of the time slightly moist, and it makes handshakes weird, because I know I'm sweaty, and so do they, and every handshake I have always ends with them wiping their hands off. How do I stop that from happening? What do I do in situations where fist bumps and hugs aren't appropriate? Jere-Me the Black.
I feel for Jere-Me the Black on this question. My hands are also very moist a lot of the time. And I hate shaking people's hands.
Well, I mean, I do too, kind of, but, like, mine, it's like a protective layer.
Yeah, protective coating.
Yeah.
And you need that because other people's hands are so grimy.
You need that
you don't
in
know
case...
where that's been.
You need that in case a mark tries to make physical contact with you. You need to be able to, like,
Right.
You don't
keep
want
them
marks.
away.
You don't want those mark germs.
Yeah.
Always wash your hand before and after
mark
making
encounter.
contact with a mark.
Yeah, mark contact.
Don't forget
But
your
then you'll be
rocks.
marked, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Here's what I do. Now, Jere-Me the Black said that their hands are only slightly moist, so this should work. If you have extremely moist hands, things might get even more slippery during the handshake. Here's what I do. If my hands are kind of drippy, then when I go in for the handshake, I stare the other Jere-Me dead in the eyes, and I just use all of my grip strength and crush the life out of their hand. because they can't focus. They can't focus on how wet your hand is if they're too busy focusing on how much their hand hurts because you're so powerful.
Here's the thing: is if your hand is too moist,
they'll slip out.
It might just slip out, and
that's what I'm saying. If you're extremely drippy, then this probably won't work. But if your hands are slightly moist, as Jeremy's the Black's hands are, I think it's going to work out really well for him.
I have an idea. I have a different idea. What if we pull a Jere-Me the Elated and we suggest that Jere-Me the Black just own it? You know, like when you grab their hand, just say, "What do you think?" Like what's on their mind. You know what's on their mind.
Jere-Me.
Point them out. Point it out. What do you think?
Be the wettest Jere-Me.
I'm Jere-Me the Moist now.
I'm Jere-Me the Wet.
Unless.
You can even own it up a little more. You could be Jere-Me the Slick.
I'm trying to unless. Are you paying any attention?
Jeremy said unless, so we gotta respond with unless.
Okay, unless. If you're gonna pull a Jere-Me the Elated, your hands are slightly sweaty, you go in for that handshake, you grasp your hand, and you roll your eyes back in your head, and you say, "Going up."
And then you float and take them to heaven.
Yeah, you clip through the ceiling.
No, you see, with your moist hand, you hug them so tight that when they slip out and get released, they shoot up into the sky.
Did you say moist hug?
Yes.
Does that help Jere-Me the Black?
It will. I think it will.
Pull them up into the heavens, or just,
rocket them with a big
grasp them
body
very
grip.
hard. Give them a death grip.
Mm-hmm. A heaven grip, as we like to call it.
Yeah, and then take them to their sweet, salty doom.
Sweet and salty.
Mm-hmm. All the flavors. Their sweet, salty, umami doom.
Yeah, this is a very sensory experience that I'm having.
It really is.
I want to pass out.
It's been a pretty eventful Jere-Me day.
It has been. It's been a good Jere-Me day.
I think maybe I had too much healing energies, and now I need to take a nap.
You've been so healed that now it's like, well, now what? Now I gotta rest off this healing. I'm too healthy.
You're too healthy. Your tongue is stuffed with toothpaste. It's been an eventful Jere-Me day, and it's almost time for us to all take a Jere-Me rest.
I went to Chunky Cheese, ate some good old toothpaste, and then went up.
This is an all-timer, I think, Jere-Me's.
Really good at Jere-Me's.
Until next time, though, will be an even bigger timer.
Mm-hmm. Each Jere-Me day,
it'll be a Jere-Me of a time.
A real Jere-Me kind of romp.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Check out some of our other Lumino Studio shows, such as Oval Observances, Cast Quest Cast, This Thing Is Bad. We got History Nugs that's coming back. Or rather, after a hiatus. We got some good stuff. It's pretty tasty.
A new episode of Video Shames just came out recently. Hearing it and stuff.
Now that's a good podcast. If you like video games, listen to what Jere-Me has to say.
Yeah, let's listen to Jere-Me and Jere-Me.
Listen to Jere-Me.
Video games.
I want to remember to thank Jere-Me and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song, It's 3 Jere-Me's, off the album Putting the Jares to Bed.
And before we go, I do want to mention I will be on the Jericho cruise. Me and my wife Jere-Me are going to be on there. It's hosted by Jeremy Colton. All sorts of fun Jere-Me's are going to be there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh god, I wish I could take one of those. Sounds like a good time.
Oh, and I've got a final Yahoo.
Give it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Why are penguins so stupid?
I think it's as simple as they're not Jere-Me's. Everything else is stupid. Look at Mark. Anyways, This has been my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me. Kiss your Jeremies where they don't know it. Have a good Jere-Me day. And until next time.
You did it so wrong.
It's Jere-Me,
I loved it though.
but not two Jeremies,
I'm
'cause
killing
it's three
everybody.
Jeremies. It's Jere-Me. Hey Jere-Me, do you wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna. Just say, hey, I wanna.
My Jere-Me, and Jere-Me is a production of Luminous Studios. Your Jere-Me luminaries are Jere-Me, and Jere-Me.